fighters for years have been calling them out about their video editing. They still claim 100% legitimacy that their techniques and their videos are 100% real and not edited whatsoever. Bullshit. The straw that seemed to break the camel's back, though, in the martial arts community was this video where she recently interviewed her instructor. And during that interview, he claims that he defeated over 200 men, some of which had machetes, all at the same time. Bullshit. They said, hey, look, we want to meet and we want you to prove that you can do the things that you say you can do. The fighters presented their challenge in a very reasonable way. They asked for 5 very specific things, and I didn't find it to be that unreasonable. In front of an audience, they wanted her to recreate the video where she crushed a durian fruit and a stone with her bare hands. They wanted them both to recreate their 1-finger push-up and 1-finger handstand, again, in front of a live audience. Kick the corner of a concrete pillar until the concrete pillar shatters. Cut a carrot that's attached to a pole using the ghost blade technique. And finally, sparring, but sparring was very much optional. They were very polite in the way they presented it. What they really wanted to do was just have them take the videos that they had already shown online that they claimed were real and just recreate them. It was just simply a matter of, can you recreate the thing you say is real? Now, after the agreement was reached, the fighters all loaded up and they headed that way. Once they got there, to their surprise, guess who they did not see? CC and Master Agus decided not to show up. Not only did they not show up, they sent representation instead. Instead of them showing up face to face and owning up to the things that they've said they can claim to do, they sent their manager, whoever the fuck that guy is, and their legal team. So they told them instead, how about we just spar? And of course they said no to that. So that was kind of a wash. Even though CC and Master Agus were too cowardly to actually show up to the thing that they agreed to show up to, if you didn't want to do it, you shouldn't have agreed to doing it. After all the hubbub and the chit-chat with the lawyers and the managers and all that, they decided to go to the site where she had claimed that she had broken and punched a wall and knocked out the concrete from the pillar. Now, they inspected it and you could clearly see that it was just a hammer and some Adobe After Effects, like some video effects. It's clear. Right there you can see that it was just a hammer that was bashed on the concrete.
Chintya is a Silat practitioner in Indonesia who gained a lot of fame on the internet by doing a bunch of stunts, many of which were outlandish. Now, a couple years ago, I made a video response to one of her videos that she put out titled Self-Defense Against a Gun. Now, I hadn't seen any of her videos up until that point, but a viewer recommended this video to me and said, hey, this does not look sound. This does not look safe. This does not look plausible. So I took a look at it, and he was 100% right. It was fake, 100% fake. So to recap that video, Chintya is standing with her back turned to her partner who is holding a gun, an air rifle, basically a BB gun. She can't see the gun. In front of Chintya is a bottle. What appears to happen to an untrained viewer is that Chintya is dodging the bullet, that she has this precognitive spider sense which allows her to dodge the bullet. But in reality, what happens, Chintya moves out of the way, and then her partner fires the gun at the bottle, breaking it. Ooh, yes, that's a difficult trick. No, not really. That's a pretty easy one to fool the feeble-minded. But fool them it did. Now, I took issue with that because, one, it's a lie. It's dishonest. Martial arts is a pursuit of the truth. Martial arts is the skill of fighting. Art means skill. It means being good at something. Martial means fighting. If you are a true martial artist, then you are truly good at the art of fighting. It's not arts and crafts. It is not the art of pretending. And it is not the art of lying to your viewers and those who trust you. So I took great issue with that. Lying is not self-defense. Lying will get you killed. So always be honest. Always be honest about who you are, what you are doing. Now, Chintya, sad to say, the lies did not stop there. And they didn't begin there either. So I dug a little deeper and realized that this young woman had videos where she is pretending to do magical feats, such as telekinesis. Yes, telekinesis. For example, breaking rocks without touching them, with invisible Hadouken fireballs with her chi energy or something like that. Or bending a sword that her partner is pushing against a wall and with some clever editing, simple editing, is manipulated on screen. And then, of course, there is the infamous incident of kicking the pillars at a parking garage. So, yeah, man. Some Indonesian mixed martial artists went into depth on that. They made some excellent videos picking apart Chintya's claims at magical abilities. Many of these Indonesian YouTubers explain in thorough detail how the editing tricks were done. Yes, they are editing tricks. If you look very closely at Chintya, you will see she's very good at one thing in particular, which is pulling her punches and pulling her kicks. For example, a number of her popular videos involve her kicking and otherwise striking a gas tank like this, like a propane tank or a helium tank, okay? And maybe to a 5 or 6 year old that might impress them. They might think, oh, it's steel, that must hurt so bad. Yeah, it hurts about as bad as knocking on a door. It's kind of funny. It's also interesting how on the kicks specifically, they speed it up. You can see this from her hair flip, which is boom, boom, super fast. Faster than the force of gravity would make it move on planet Earth, and then it goes back to normal on the rebound. Anyway, it's a lie. It's all a stupid lie. Straight up, willingly lying to you as Chintya had done. So, man.